Everyone's out here trying to fix their lives with planners and podcasts, as if a to-do list is going to save them. Meanwhile, there's this stupidly simple thing no one talks about. 5 things you do on the side, without overthinking, and somehow everything changes. Your money situation, your body, your brain, your creativity. It's almost unfair how effective it is. You're here now. Might as well like and subscribe before this thing changes how you waste your weekends. First, one to make you money. Digital creating. I gotta say, we're living in a bizarre era. Seriously, you can get paid for stuff that would have gotten you grounded back in the day, like chatting into a camera, drawing goofy frogs, or even making a guide on catching better sleep. And people are making bank, like a lot. That's basically what digital creating is all about. It's just goofing off online, but with a smidge of intention behind it. You fire up your laptop or phone and just whip something up. Could be a YouTube video, a digital product, a template, a whole course, or even a wallpaper rack full of quotes. Who knows? If it lives on the internet, and there's even a tiny chance someone might click on it, that totally counts. They just scroll past others doing it, maybe drop a like or a spicy hate comment if they're feeling feisty, and then move on. It's like the thought of being on the making side of the screen never even crosses their minds. One day, you're just chilling in your room, editing a video that maybe 14 people watch. Fast forward 2 months, and you wake up to a notification saying, "You made $12 while catching Z's." Is that gonna buy you a mansion? Nope. But that's the moment. It's when something clicks, and you're like, wait, I actually made that and someone paid for it? That's not just a win, it's freaking proof. The internet's kinda dumb in the best way possible. You could sell a digital coloring book for adults who are into aliens, or make a how to quit your job without crying guide and sell it for $5. I've even seen courses on how to stay off your phone, using a video that's literally on your phone. It's all just made up, but somehow it works. So if you're gonna waste time online, you might as well leave something behind. A video, a product, a little piece of your brain that someone else might find useful. Second, one to keep you in shape. Jump rope. You ever hear of the boxer's secret? It's not the gloves. It's not the roar of the crowd, it's the rope. Not the gym memberships, the $50 mats, or the dumbbell influencers with fake sweat on their forehead. They don't talk about jump rope enough. You hear push-ups, you hear treadmill, you hear go lift heavy things until your soul leaves your body. But they skip the rope. You don't look powerful doing it. But let me tell you something. That little piece of string will show you who's in charge. You think you're in shape? Try jumping rope for 5 minutes straight and talk to me after. Your lungs will file a complaint. Your legs will shake like they just got fired. And your brain will go quiet finally. It shuts everything out. Bills, stress, loneliness, fear. Jump rope cuts through it. Here's what research says. Jumping rope burns more calories than running. NASA-level cardio, coordination, balance, brain and body syncing like they forgot they were ever separate. Your whole nervous system wakes up like it's been slapped. And it's cheap. Third, one to keep you creative. Walking. Let me tell you why every genius, billionaire, and artist you admire walks like it's their secret weapon. Steve Jobs did walking meetings. Nietzsche wrote that all truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. Your brain is a cluttered attic when you're sitting still. But when you walk, suddenly it's a penthouse with floor-to-ceiling windows. Why? Because motion creates magic. Blood pumps 15% faster to your brain. Your senses wake up. Real-world dopamine hits from sunlight, smells, and sounds. This is neuroscience meets street smarts. Walking forces your mind into divergent thinking, that state where ideas connect in wild, unexpected ways. You don't find good ideas. They find you. Usually when you're doing something pointless, like walking. Fourth, one to build knowledge. Reading. Since the earliest days of thought, reading has been more than knowledge. It's been survival. Long before we had names for our emotions, long before we had frameworks for meaning, We had stories, and they carried us through. To read is to step outside of what you know, not to escape, but to expand. A book doesn't hand you a new life. It stretches the walls of your current one until you realize there's more room than you thought. The ones who build, the ones who change, the ones who can sit with pain and turn it into vision, they are the ones who read. Because the mind isn't a machine that needs fixing. It's a fire that needs fuel. And sometimes, the only thing keeping someone from breaking through is a sentence they didn't know they were allowed to believe. Reading is the habit of becoming. If reading is how we become, then the question is, what are you feeding your mind? Some books are mirrors, others are maps. The best ones are both. They don't just show you where you are, they show you where you could be. And if you've ever felt stuck, lost, too tired to keep pushing, the right sentence in the right book can be enough to change everything. And finally, one to grow your mindset, unlearning old stuff. You were taught things before you could even choose. What to believe, what to fear, what's normal. And without noticing, you made a home in that. You grew up thinking certain things were facts, but they weren't facts. They were just repeated by teachers, by family, by TV. You didn't choose them. You inherited them. Now you walk around carrying ideas that don't even help you. Ideas about success, people, and yourself. Some of them make you hate who you are. Some of them make you afraid to try. But they're still there, running your life like they own the place. Unlearning is hard because it feels like you're betraying who raised you. But you're not. You're not betraying anyone. You're just growing. You're starting to look at the things you've been carrying and asking if they still help you. Most of them don't. They were given to you when you were too young to say no. And now they're shaping how you see yourself, how you talk to others, how you handle failure, how you love, how you live. It's not your fault, but it is your job now to clean it up, to unlearn what doesn't make sense anymore. Things like thinking your parents were always right, thinking marriage is the only version of making it, thinking you always have to explain, believing school grades say anything about your future, believing you're behind just because someone your age owns a house, assuming older people always know better, thinking you owe your life to your parents just because they raised you, and the list goes on and on. Things only start changing when you switch up how you think. You can't grow if you're stuck with thoughts that aren't even yours. That last hobby, unlearning, is all about ditching ideas that just don't work for you anymore. That's all for now. Keep these in your back pocket. Try them when life feels stuck. They add up even when you're not paying attention. If this hit different, you know what to do. Drop a sub, stick around. More good stuff coming.